Welcome to Principal Kitchens. Today we are going to build a blind corner base cabinet. Let's get into it. To build a principal cabinet, you will need a drill with a posi drive bit, a screwdriver, a rubber mallet, and a level. You should also have a hammer, some clamps, a tape measure, a pencil and a knife, and for safety, some gloves and safety glasses. First step is we'll put our dowels in. Dowels into the dowel holes. With your rear dowels, the side that will be for your top of your cabinet, so your top rail, the dowel goes in the rear dowel hole, and where the base of your cabinet will be going, the dowel goes on the inner one. If unsure, grab your base and just hold it like so, and you can line up the dowel holes to know which one's which. Once you've done your end panel, make sure you do your other end panel and make sure they are mirrored to each other, how the dowels are put in. Next step, we'll grab our base and we'll join it to our end panel. Using our screws, we'll now screw these together, making sure everything's flush. Now we'll put our rails on, so we'll screw them in with the same size screws, make sure that's all flush. With your back rail, make sure the edge is facing forwards. And then we'll repeat the process on the other end. Next step, we'll put our other end on, just the same as the other side. Next, we'll flip the cabinet over so we can put on the back. If the back panel is too large, don't be afraid to ask for some help. Next, we'll screw the back on with our 50mm screws. We'll go all up one side, making sure it's flush at the bottom. And then we'll go along the base, making sure that's flush as you go along, and that will keep your cabinet square. Keeping the cabinet square is really, really important for later on when installing it. And then just all the other screws can go straight in. With the rail at the top, also just make sure it's flush. Next, we'll flip it onto its top. Next, we'll put on the adjustable feet, starting with the glides. So the glides just get put into the bottom dowel holes. Then in your hardware pack, you have some screws. Just put 2 of these in to the cabinet base. Don't worry about putting them in where the dowels are. Once that's done, we put in our feet. We'll measure these up to 140mm. We can do that with a tape measure, or you can even do it with a set square, whatever you've got lying around. Making sure all your feet are 140mm to start with means that you're starting off with a level cabinet. Just makes installing it easier. And 140mm is what your kick panel is to start with. And just do the same to the other side. Now we put in our adjustable feet. Once again, just check the height is 140mm. And now we're ready to flip it over. Next step for your blind corner cabinet, putting in the adjustable shelf. Now we won't put in the adjustable shelf if you are putting in something else into this cabinet, such as a Lemon or a Magic Corner piece of hardware. But today I'll show you how to put the shelf in. The second thing you have to look at is which handing your cabinet is going to be. If it's a right-hand cabinet, your rail will go here to be hinged off, and if it's a left-hand cabinet, it'll go here to be hinged off. So we'll put the shelf pins in, just like any other cabinet. Once again, with your handing, you need to choose if it's a right hand or a left hand cabinet. So we are having a right hand cabinet, so the slot is going to the right. Like so. Now I'll grab our hinge style. On your hinge style, one side will be drilled for your hinge plates. So obviously make them face where their door is going to be. Put it in your slot. And just locate it. I find it easier to just locate it by hand to start with, so you know you're in the right spot. Next, we'll lay the cabinet on its back. Once again, just find the pre-drilled hole. Next, we'll put our hinge plates on, onto the hinge style. Next, we're going to lay the cabinet onto its back. Next step is our 3mm cover panel. This will go onto the front of your blind corner cabinet. Once this is on, your decorative panel will go here and your door will then hinge there. In your hardware pack, you'll get some little brad nails. So just get those out. We're going to put these brads on, starting in the very corner of your cabinet. Make sure it's flush both sides. The key to these panels, as with any panels, is to do all the bottom ones first, so making sure that's all flush. With your brads, just make sure they're about 100mm apart. And there we have our completed blind corner cabinet. Thank you.